Dr. Dean Ornish, who has done pioneering work in reversing heart disease, explains the physiological basis for this reality. Recent research shows that lining of normal coronary arteries produces a substance called endothelium-derived relaxation factor, or EDRF, that dilates the coronary arteries, allowing more blood to flow to the heart. When lining of the coronary arteries is damaged by atherosclerosis, much less EDRF is produced, so the arteries tend to restrict and reduce coronary blood flow. As a result, atherosclerotic arteries tend to be hyper-responsive to stress. If stress itself were a leading cause of heart attacks, surely the number of heart attacks would have risen dramatically in Europe during World War II. But in fact, the death rate from heart disease fell as the war-ravaged countries were forced by circumstances to eat less rich, high cholesterol-laden foods. In other words, it's demonstrably better for your heart to eat low-fat vegetarian diet while bombs drop on you than to enjoy your steak in peace. Now, if I were to tell you that tobacco is an evil weed and that we have to do all we can to stop our young people from getting addicted to those nicotine delivery systems known as cigarettes, you probably wouldn't blink an eye. But if I tell you that animal products in our diet are at an at least equivalent evil, and that all we can do to keep our young people getting hooked on those fat and cholesterol delivery systems known as hot dogs, hamburgers, scrambled eggs, and ice cream, you might think I'd gone a little over the edge. But the evidence that animal products are our number one killer is hard to dispute. Here are just some of the studies that, beginning a generation ago, have established this fact. A study in 1970 analyzed the relationship between dietary intake of saturated fat and cholesterol and heart disease in 12,000 men in 7 countries, including the United States.